We're up here at the Wings and Wheels event at the Avoca Airport in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. They had some nice planes here. We're going to check these out. And then after we check out the planes, we're going to check out some really hot and really cool cars. There was so much here, I just couldn't fit it all into one video. But let's start with this little trainer. It was made out of wood. It's kind of cool. After I checked out all the cars and the planes, I took a little flight over the city of Wilkes-Barre. So that will be up on the following video. Let's check this thing out. Here you have a nice little jet engine. Yeah, let's back up away from there. Nice paint job on this thing too. Cockpit. That is cool.
Yeah. Lots of table.
You can smell it. It smells old.
Smells like paint and
Yeah, paint and old.
sort of prohibited outside.
Yeah. A whole bunch of stuff here.
Good morning. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Oh, was this the first Air Force One? I guess so. Yeah.
If you folks have any questions about the plane or the Berlin airlift, if I can answer them, I'd be happy to. And you're welcome to come into the cockpit. Are you familiar with the cockpit?
Not really, no. I'm not.
Okay, let me walk you through. Let me get this. Yeah, pilot and co-pilot, flight engineer. All the instruments are duplicated. Basically, they tell the pilot or co-pilot where we are in space. The orientation, distance to the ground, airspeed, climb rate, descent rate. That's what all these are for. Well, the center controls are for the engines, which we have 4. Flight engineer sits here. He monitors all of this to make sure the plane is operating, and he controls or assists, let me put it that way, assists the pilot in the operation of the engines also. It's his job to monitor the oil pressure, RPMs, to be able to be sure they fall within the area where the pilot wants it, to keep the engines balanced and make sure that the oil pressure is correct. He has a very, very responsible position. Obviously, the pilot has overall responsibility for the well-being of both the plane and the people on board, but he gets us from point A to point B. Flight engineer makes sure we stay in the air during that period. So you're standing in only one of 3 C-54s that are flying in the U.S. today. This plane was built in 1945, 73 years old, and she acts that way too. Every time we're on the ground, we do maintenance. We're fixing the plane, we're working on it, making sure she'll fly for the next mission. Sometimes we have to even cancel out because she's not airworthy, and we won't fly the plane unless
What's the most common problem you have?
oil. Well,
Oil pressure?
not pressure. We burn oil. We burn oil like crazy. Matter of fact, there's a box on the floor that I'm replenishing our reserve. On the way here, these two dials down here basically tell us how many gallons there are within each engine. We can't fly the plane under 10 gallons, and it's my responsibility to monitor those and to keep the oil pressure up, not pressure, volume up, sometimes usually about 13. On the way here, number 4, which is our outboard engine, is leaking and burning oil. We have to take it apart to see where that leak is. But we were fearful that we'd have to shut down the engine because we were burning so much oil that the needle was dropping. We were burning about 2 gallons per hour, which is about 1.5 times its normal rate. So we were really concerned. Our other major problem is money. Fuel in the plane. It's very expensive to fuel. We fill it incrementally. Many times when we come to a show like this, part of the deal is that we get fuel to fly back home.
Okay, time to check out the wheels that stay on the ground and go fast. We had some Hemis, and we had Shelbys, we had 6-packs, no 8-packs. We had some really hot flaming cars, and we had some really cool trucks. There was, there was the car, the Firebird, the Bandit car. We had some old Bel Airs, there were old Cadillacs. There was a little bit of everything here. Let's go take a look around.